What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mish, and I'm coming to y'all again with another chat. This time, not from my car, about power to change the world. So, my babe and I were just sitting here, and we're talking about. He asked me a question. He said, "If the rules didn't apply, the rules of the world, the rules of the universe, whatever, and you could do anything, have anything like in your life, and with magic wand transform, what would it look like?" And I answered it, and then he answered it, and one of the things he said, he was like, I would have the power to change the world um, in an instant, right? And I think about this because we're talking about what would life look like if no rules apply. And I think sometimes we forget that we do have power right now. And so how we all, I know when we were kids, we always think like, wow, I'm gonna change the world, right? We would see injustice, we would see all these things like, when I get older, when I get big, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I think somewhere along the line we forgot that we do have the power to change the world. We can really be the difference. And that's honestly what's going to be the difference between continuing to still deal with these same old problems of the wealth gap between the rich and the poor, those that have to work like all week, and for someone else and those that are working for themselves. It's a mental shift, right? And it's a shifting from that mentality or that place of, hey, I have no power, to recognizing your true power, right? There's nothing stopping us from building the world that we want, right? So I know a lot of us like say, hey, I'm not racist, I see the racial disparity, I see what's happening, the racial injustice, what can I do to change it? And the thing is, we can change ourselves, right? If we all get in the same wavelength to change ourselves, make ourselves better, address those things in ourselves that we know we need to address, that's how we change the world. That's how we shift and move it forward. Because when you change yourself, you start to move differently in the world. You start to attract different people, right? We all watch each other. It just is a fact of life. That's how we are as people. So we see what each other is doing. We see what the people in our circle are doing. And you know the saying, birds of a feather flock together. So if you really want to be someone that changes the world, change yourself first. That's the hardest thing to do. Because if you think about how hard it is to break some of your own bad habits, right? And when we think about that, we know it's almost going to be impossible to break somebody else's. So be the change, and that starts by changing yourself. So that's my message for right now. You have the power to change. You've always had the power. That's the secret. You've always had the power. It's just what you're going to do with it. So that's my message for today. Hopefully this helps somebody. If you like it, feel free to like it, comment, share it. Again, if you want to see more like this, follow me on YouTube, Cam Reads. That's Cam, K-A-M, space Reads, R-E-A-D-S. Until next time, y'all, as always, love and peace.